Welcome to our roundtable discussion. Today, we delve into the fascinating intersection of language and thought. Joining us are giants in the field of psychology: Dr. Daniel Kahneman, Dr. Noam Chomsky, Dr. Lev Vygotsky, and Dr. Jean Piaget. I'm your host, Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'm excited to guide this exploration into the power of words. How do they shape our thoughts? Do they limit or liberate our problem-solving abilities? Let's dive into the cosmos of the human mind. Dr. Kahneman, let's start with you. How do humans typically approach problem-solving?
We often rely on mental shortcuts called heuristics. These are simplified rules of thumb. They help us make quick decisions in complex situations.
Can you give us an example?
Imagine you're lost in a new city. You might choose a street that seems busy and well lit. This heuristic assumes that popular paths are generally safer.
That makes sense. But aren't these shortcuts prone to errors?
Absolutely. Heuristics can lead to biases. We might overlook crucial information because our brains prefer these efficient but sometimes flawed pathways.
Dr. Vygotsky, your work emphasizes the social context of learning. How does language, as a social tool, influence problem-solving?
Language is crucial for cognitive development. We learn to solve problems by interacting with others. We internalize these social interactions. This shapes our inner speech and, consequently, our thought processes.
So, our problem-solving strategies are influenced by the language we use to communicate?
Precisely. Consider the way different cultures approach navigation. Some rely heavily on cardinal directions. Others use landmarks. This difference in language use can influence spatial reasoning.
Dr. Piaget, your research focuses on cognitive development in children. You have spent years observing how children learn and interact with their environment. Do you believe thought is possible without language? Can children think before they learn to speak?
My research suggests that early cognitive development relies heavily on sensorimotor experiences. Before they acquire language, infants interact with the world through their senses and actions. Infants can solve basic problems, like reaching for a toy, before they acquire language. They understand cause and effect, and they can remember where objects are hidden.
Dr. Chomsky, your thoughts. How does language influence our ability to think?
While early thought might operate independently of language, the development of language provides a significant boost to cognitive abilities. Language provides the scaffolding for complex, abstract thought. It allows us to categorize, analyze, and manipulate information in ways that are difficult, if not impossible, without it. It enables us to create and understand complex concepts, communicate intricate ideas, and build upon the knowledge of others.
So language acts as a catalyst for higher-order thinking? It seems to be a crucial tool for intellectual development.
Indeed, language allows us to share our thoughts, ask questions, and seek answers. It is fundamental to our ability to reason and reflect. Consider the concept of justice. It's a highly abstract idea that requires a sophisticated understanding of fairness, rights, and laws. It's a highly abstract idea, difficult to grasp without a linguistic framework. Without language, we would struggle to define and debate such concepts, let alone implement them in society.
Section 5. Thinking traps, cognitive biases, and their impact. In this section, we will delve into the fascinating world of cognitive biases and explore how these mental shortcuts can significantly influence our decision-making processes. Cognitive biases are systematic patterns of deviation from norm or rationality in judgment, and they often lead us to make illogical or irrational decisions. Understanding these biases is crucial for improving our critical thinking skills and making more informed choices. Dr. Kahneman, back to you. Dr. Daniel Kahneman, a renowned psychologist and Nobel laureate, has extensively studied these biases and their impact on human behavior. His work has shed light on the various ways our minds can deceive us, leading to errors in judgment and decision-making. You've spoken about heuristics and biases. Heuristics are mental shortcuts that help us make quick decisions, but they can also lead to cognitive biases. These biases can affect everything from our daily choices to major life decisions. Can you elaborate on how these cognitive biases affect our decision-making? Cognitive biases can distort our perception of reality, leading us to make decisions that are not based on objective evidence. They can cause us to overestimate the likelihood of certain events, underestimate risks, and make choices that are not in our best interest.
Certainly. One of the most common cognitive biases is confirmation bias. This bias leads us to favor information that confirms our pre-existing beliefs and ignore information that contradicts them. It can have a profound impact on our decision-making processes. One example is confirmation bias. When we are influenced by confirmation bias, we tend to seek out information that supports our views and dismiss information that challenges them. This can create a distorted view of reality and lead to poor decisions. We tend to favor information that confirms our existing beliefs. This bias can be particularly problematic in situations where we need to make objective decisions based on all available evidence. This can lead us to make poor decisions because we ignore evidence that contradicts our views. For example, in a business setting, confirmation bias can cause managers to overlook critical data that might suggest a different course of action.
Can you give us a real-world example? Understanding how cognitive biases operate in real-world scenarios can help us recognize and mitigate their effects.
Imagine someone who believes a certain stock will go up. This investor might be so convinced of their belief that they only seek out information that supports their view, ignoring any negative reports or warnings. They might only seek out news articles that support this belief, ignoring any negative reports. This selective exposure to information can create a false sense of security and lead to overconfidence in their investment decisions. This can lead to poor investment decisions. When the stock doesn't perform as expected, the investor may face significant financial losses. By being aware of cognitive biases like confirmation bias, we can strive to make more balanced and informed decisions.
Section 6. The language of thought, a complex interplay. This discussion is fascinating. It seems we're dealing with a complex interplay between language and thought. Dr. Vygotsky, how do you see this relationship?
Language and thought are intertwined. They influence each other constantly. It's not a one-way street. As we encounter new problems, our language evolves to express these challenges. This, in turn, shapes our thinking.
A dynamic feedback loop.
Precisely. Think about scientific advancements. New discoveries often necessitate new terminology. This new language then allows scientists to think about and communicate these concepts more effectively.
Section 7. The power of words, shaping our reality. Dr. Chomsky, your work on linguistics emphasizes the generative power of language. How does this creative potential influence our perception of reality?
Language allows us to construct narratives. These narratives shape our understanding of the world, our history, and even our own identities.
So in a sense, we're constantly writing and rewriting our own stories.
In a way, yes. The language we use to tell these stories, both to ourselves and others, has a profound impact on how we perceive and interact with the world around us.
Section 8. Language and progress, a tool for innovation. It seems language is not just a tool for communication, but also a driving force for progress. Dr. Piaget, your thoughts?
Absolutely. Language allows us to share knowledge across generations. This transmission of information is essential for cultural and technological advancement.
So, language is key to building upon the work of those who came before us?
Precisely. It allows us to stand on the shoulders of giants and reach new heights of understanding.
Section 9. Final thoughts, the enduring mystery of language and thought. As we conclude, it's clear that the relationship between language and thought is complex and multifaceted. This intricate dance between our ability to communicate and our cognitive processes has fascinated scholars for centuries. From the early musings of ancient philosophers to the rigorous studies of modern-day scientists, the quest to understand how language shapes thought, and vice versa, continues to be a central theme in cognitive science. It's a testament to the incredible capabilities of the human mind. Our brains are wired in such a way that they can process complex linguistic structures and abstract thoughts simultaneously. This dual capability allows us to not only communicate our ideas, but also to reflect on them, analyze them, and even change them based on new information. While we've made significant strides in understanding this relationship, many questions remain. For instance, how do different languages influence the way we perceive the world? Does the language we speak shape our reality? Or is it merely a tool we use to describe it? These are questions that researchers like Dr. Kahneman, Dr. Chomsky, Dr. Vygotsky, and Dr. Piaget for sharing your insights. Their groundbreaking work has laid the foundation for much of what we know today. But the journey is far from over. Each of these luminaries has contributed unique perspectives that have enriched our understanding of the interplay between language and thought. This has been an illuminating discussion. We've delved into theories, examined empirical evidence, and pondered the philosophical implications of our findings. The dialogue has been both enlightening and thought-provoking, offering new avenues for future research. And to our audience, thank you for joining us on this journey into the cosmos of language and thought. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and remember that every question you ask brings us one step closer to understanding the profound mysteries of the human mind. Never stop marveling at the wonders of the human mind. The journey of discovery is endless, and the more we learn, the more we realize how much there is yet to uncover. Thank you for being a part of this exploration.